Welcome back YouTube to another mobile gaming video. I'm your boy Scribbly and I'm bold as the day is long. Today we are looking at Age of Origins and in particular the strongest Void Commander mission, which happens like once every 2 weeks, something like that. Let's break this down. So, what is the strongest Void Commander event, I hear you asking? Well, I'm like, well, jolly good show. I'm glad you asked because I'm making a video on it right now. Isn't that smashing? So, strongest Void Commander is a recurring event within the game. Like I said, it happens, I think, once every 2 weeks or so, and it consists of 5 individual, rather juicy-looking phases for us all to go through. During those phases, we will have different tasks in order to complete that transfer over to individual points, alliance points, and then overall nation points. And at each of those points, we will be getting certain rewards. Those different phases, like I said, have different activities for us to undertake. We can actually see in this bottom click button down here the phase ranking. So this will show how you are performing on a global scale against all the rest of the players, but you individually as a person within the wonderful world of Age of Origins. You also have total rankings for nation. So, you know, that's on a much larger scale, and then on an alliance-based point, okay? So the better you do, the better your alliance does, the better your nation does. It all feeds all the way up, okay? And there are different rewards. Now, the nation points are nation versus nation, so there are only points for the top 2 nations in this, or only rewards at the nation level for the top 2 nations. They face off, and the winner gets, you know, marginally better rewards. I mean, it's quite a significant amount of rewards, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's stupidly worth it. On the alliance point stage here, then, this is what dictates who the top 2 alliances are. Currently, you can see my alliance down here. Booyah is 9th for our nation. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. And then individual points, I'm kind of languishing in rank 956. I've not been performing too well, what can I say? All right, so what do the different phases entail? Well, Phase 1, which is the very first phase, will be buildings, upgrades, and research. So every single building, well, actually, before I leave out of here, every single building that you build, every single upgrade that you do to your buildings, every single bit of research that you do will give you varying parts of points. You can see the points by clicking the little I button. We're in Phase 4 at the minute, so it won't show you the building one, but clicking that button will tell you how many points you actually are earning, which is, you know, it's rather fabulous, really. So during that phase, it's the best time to be using your building speed ups. You know, you could use your gold to advance. Typically speaking, you're not looking to divert from your normal things. Just make sure you don't do anything that's going to take longer than 24 hours, because obviously you won't finish it in time for the phase to end, okay? Right, let's get back over to it. So again, thinking about it, when you're in each phase, you'll have 3 different reward boxes down there, which you can as you earn enough points, you will earn the rewards. I can't show you this phase 1 because I've already done it, but the phase 2, we can see we're gaining quite a significant amount of Commander XP, to be honest. 44,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Some Alliance Honor and Alliance points. And then the phase 3 of the event there, you'll actually earn some gold and some more Alliance points and Alliance Honor. Not too shabby at all. You can click that little icon button to see what it is each phase for the points and the rewards that you get each tier. So, Phase 1, like I said, buildings, upgrades, and research, not too shabby. Phase number 2 is your troop recruitment. Okay, troop recruitment. So, as you are well aware, clicking this little icon over here, you'll be able to see all your different recruitment facilities. You've got your camps, your factories, your workshop, and your promotion. So, every tier of unit that you recruit during that 24-hour period will give you points. Again, points scale based on the level of the unit. So the higher the level of the unit, the more you recruit, the more points you will earn. This is the best time to be blowing through all of your recruit speed ups. Yeah, use as many of them as you can to earn as many troops as you possibly can. Obviously, this is going to be sort of very top heavy. So the higher the level of your factories, the higher the level of your workshops, all that sort of business, the better off you're going to do because of the nature of how many points they're worth. But if you really want to maximize your points, you got to be using those recruit speed ups, okay? Now, you can get more of them, more recruit speed ups in places like the merchant docks. So check the black market trade. You might have recruit speed ups chilling out in here. You might even have them in the exchange store. Alternatively, they can appear over here within the Infinite Zombies. If you go to the exchange store over here, I believe... Oh, let's get some of these. Oh, I'm out. I'm out of resources. I think they can appear there as well as in the distribution center exchange store as well. So you've got some speed ups. That's not recruit speed ups, but they can also appear there. So not too shabby. What is the next phase? The next phase is gathering. So in phase 3, we need to gather resources. That is different to your home base. When you've got things like your home base farms and stuff like that, the gathering or the passive income that you earn from that isn't what applies in phase 3. We're talking about world map gathering. So going out to elite mines, finding various mines on the map, just by clicking and finding them. Now, good point to note. Gold mines actually do count, and I believe they have the highest reward value is for each part of gold. Now, obviously, farming gold does take a long time to actually enact. It is I think it's the slowest resource to gather. So if you're going to do it, be cognizant of that fact. What I would recommend is going into your offices, making sure that you've got as much as you possibly can that's going to boost your gathering capabilities, advanced gathering, so resource gathering speed bonuses here from iMedici. Then you can also apply the various skills that can help you improve the rate at which you gather stuff. So I've got one here for gathering steel because I always need steel. So apply all of the skill sets and the commanders that will really boost your gathering speed to the max during this event, and just make sure you are constantly mining. Don't let it overrun, because once the phase is over, obviously you're not going to gain that benefit anymore. On to phase 4 then. Phase 4 is the current phase at the recording time of this video, and that is attacking monsters. Now this is different. It's not like Death's Iron Grip or anything like that. This is going out onto the world map, similar to how when you're going out and just gathering resources, this one is just about attacking zombies on the world map. So I like to set up an auto kill, and what you want to be doing is attacking the highest level monster that you possibly can. Okay, so I've set this to rank 29, which I think is the highest monster I can kill at the moment based on my current power. Like I said, I use an auto kill. If you don't have auto kills, you're going to have to do it manually, but it is incredibly valuable as a general way of developing your account anyway. I've done another video on this not so long ago about it is literally the best way to level up your commander, your actual commander, get additional commander skill points, also gives you additional recruitment orders, officer skills, biochemical materials, all sorts of good business come from killing monsters on the world map. It's such a good way of leveling up. You can see here we've got additional mineral crates and stuff like that. Tungsten steel, so you get all your materials to meld into different stuff. Biochemical materials. What else have we had doing this? More, and of course you're getting commander XP every single time you're doing this. Officer XP, absolutely huge. What else we got? Some more D-civs over here. More officer XP. It is incredibly valuable to be doing this whenever you possibly can. Now, the only problem with doing this, of course, is that the game does have to be open and active. As soon as you close the game or minimize the game or go to another application, your auto kill will stop functioning. So it is a constant manual process for you to make sure it's open. Now, if you've got an emulator on your computer, or if you have another phone or a tablet, set it up and running on there, put it on charge and just leave it run. There are ways, of course, to maximize this. I've seen other guides online that are incredibly valuable. I believe it was FlexNuts that put out a video quite a while ago now, end of last year, I can't remember now. But you can actually go to the capital in the middle of the nation. If you went all the way into the capital, the movement speed by the capital apparently is really slow. So you can set up an auto kill function here, send out your your armies to go and kill the highest level monster you possibly can, just with one active attack route, essentially. And if your mobility recovery is high enough, you will basically find yourself in a position where you will never drop below 0. So your auto attack never stops. And you also never maximize your mobility. So you're just letting it run constantly. And that will just get you constant kills forever. Now, the only way you can really maximize your mobility is through commander skills within the development. So you've got the mobility recovery here, and you've got mobility recovery here, and you've also got the active mobility recovery ability. So I think that's once a day you can use that for 50 mobility. So you can apply both of them and then go into officer skills once again. There is an officer skill for mobility. It's called Fuel Up, I believe. So we go to officer skills, and it's a strategy skill. Fuel Up over here, you can see for every 100 officer mastery, mobility recovery speed increases by a certain percentile, dictated by obviously the level of the skill that you're upgrading. So if you have them, try to maximize them and throw them on your strategy commanders, your strategy officers, apologies, to try and maximize that mobility recovery and just go at it. Set up an auto kill, just manually do it for as long as you possibly can. And that would be the best way of maximizing your points in that respect. Now, the final phase, phase 5, is the PvP event, sorry. So that's when you're going to have to go out and attack other cities. Now, that was obviously a lot more nuanced and a little bit more dangerous because you could really annoy other alliances if you attack the wrong person or if you try to bite off more than you can chew. The only thing that I will really say about the next phase is if you are not going to engage in it, throw up a peace shield. Protect yourself preferably for the whole day. If not, you're going to have to go in and use a couple of 8-hour peace shields. Now, what they do is they stop any enemy commander from being able to attack you. You go over to your item bag over here, throw over to war, and within war, you'll see, where is it? Just over here. Peace shield. So you've got 2 hours, 8 hours, and 1 day. I haven't yet, but I will. No, I have actually. I have got a peace shield up at the moment. I will be using a 1-day peace shield when it comes to the next phase to make sure that I'm fully protected. Now, of course, if you attack another nation, your peace shield will disappear. So keep that in mind. If you don't have any peace shields at the moment, you should be able to buy them from the Alliance store. Now, if within your Alliance, so you can see down here, we've got 8 hours, 2 hours. If you do not have these currently in stock, make sure you reach out to the leaders of your alliance and say, hey, can you please restock the peace shields? I'm going to need them for the next phase, etc., etc. And I think that's going to about do it for the Strongest Void Commander event. I want you to go to the comment section down below in this video, guys. Let me know your current ranking and what nation you're in. I want to be able to see if I can see you on the leaderboards. Absolutely fantastic. If you've got any tips for the Void Commander event, let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out.